Are you bored of this yet? Are you tired of hearing indie news and everything? 'Cause I'm not. This is Indie Spotlight. Welcome to Indie Spotlight, the show where we take a look at news, trailers, and new releases for upcoming indie games, and we basically give it out there for you guys to take a look at and see if you like it or not. And if you don't, I don't know why you're watching this show. I'm your host, Kyle Locke, and we're going to start off today with the trailers as usual. The first trailer that we have for you this week is Nanodoc. Nanodoc looks to be a pretty cool side-scrolling shooter game, kind of like Gradius. It's got a lot of, looks like a lot of bullet hell type stuff. It also looks like you can just absorb your enemies in order to unlock new types of attacks, which looks really cool. So it looks really nice, smooth action, so I'm really excited to see how it turns out. The next trailer that we have for you is Forceline. Forceline looks really interesting in the fact that it kind of resembles those old Monty Python skits from Monty Python and the Holy Grail with like the two-dimensional characters. So it kind of looks like something out of that with like the medieval feel to it. Looks like it's going to be a side-scrolling beat-em-up / strategy game. So it's coming to the smartphones, Android, stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see how it fares on a mobile device, but here's hoping that it comes out to be a pretty good game. And the last trailer that we have for you this week is Majestic 12. Majestic 12 actually looks really cool. I like that it's a 3D game, but kind of in a 2D space, yet you can move from foreground to background. And it looks like there's going to be a lot of varying different kinds of elements. Like you have that part where you're on the ground shooting like with a regular character, and then you have a Gradius style two-dimensional side-scroller shooter game. So it looks like there's going to be a lot of different elements that they're going to put into it, and multiplayer, so that should be really fun. So that one I think I'm really excited for. It looks really cool. Alright, that does it for trailers this week. Now it's on to the news. Alright, the first bit of news that we have for you this week is that there's actually another indie bundle coming out. This one is the Recession Indie Bundle, because we all need to save our dollars. Basically, this indie bundle is going to have a bunch of different games that you can download, and it actually looks like you can just download them for free, but they are taking donations as well. All the donations are actually going to be split between a charity, SOS Children's Village Croatia, the developers, and I forget what the other one was, but it's going to be split between like 3 different companies. But you do get your donations sent to this charity event, so that's very good to hear. Some of the games that you can get are Action Fist, Mighty Jill Off, and Neverball. Alright, the next bit of news that we have for you is that Sega is actually teamed up with something called Rezzed. It's an indie video game show, kind of like a convention where you get to show off demos and everything. Basically, like any other show, it's going to be just showing demos of different indie games that are coming up, and it's actually held in Brighton, England. So it'll be cool to see if the indie games start actually getting a much bigger convention type thing, kind of like their own E3, or if we'll see more indie games at E3 or other such conventions. Alright, and the final bit of news that we have for you this week is that Limbo has their special edition coming out right now. It's actually already released. Basically, it's going to be $24.99. You can order it on Amazon, and it basically comes with the game, a box set, a Steam gift card, art cards, soundtracks, a whole bunch of different stuff that you can get now with Limbo. And if you haven't played Limbo yet, this is actually a pretty cool way of enjoying the game. I would definitely recommend going and get it, especially for the soundtrack, because Limbo has an amazing soundtrack, and I really enjoy that game. I cannot recommend that game highly enough. So if you have not enjoyed it, or if you are a big fan of it, you can go over to Amazon and you can order that now, and just go. You know what? No, just pause the video, just pause it, go to Amazon and just order it. Alright, and then come back. For the rest of you, how's your day going? Good? Good. These lights are really hot. I've got one over here, I've got one over here, and I've got one right here. And that's just so I can light this freaking green screen behind me. You think they're back yet? From ordering the game? You know, well, let's hope you're back from ordering it, and we'll move on to new releases. Alright, new releases that we have for you this week are Spelunky, as we showed last week, and then another game that's called Endless Space. It's been in beta for a while, and the alpha finally released. You can actually go and play the final version of the game. It looks really cool. Highly recommend that one. So, alright, that does it for this week's Indie Spotlight, and as always, if you have any game news, trailers, or new releases that you would like us to know about, you can hit me up over on Twitter at twitter.com/Dazerin, or you can head over to VBGTV at twitter.com/VBGTV. And as always, we thank you for watching, and we will see you next week when we talk more about indie games and just how much we love them and how we could not live without them. I hope you ordered Limbo. I waited a long time for you. Nanodoc. That's it for this week's Indie Review. Huh. I don't do that show anymore.